Today is the biggest, most important first ride that I've ever done. Today I bought my dream bike. You probably already saw it in the background. You've already seen it in the thumbnail. I just bought one of the new 2020 BMW s1000 RRs M Sport Edition. I'm so freaking excited. Sight unseen. Managed to find one here in Louisiana when almost no dealership in the country has one. And this one is mine. So we're gonna be riding it today for the first time. Someone's in trouble. Someone's in trouble. We're gonna be riding it for the first time today. If you wanna see the last video when I picked this bike up, I'll link that down in the description. And then I'll link a playlist where you can see all the videos that I've made with this bike after this one. So the only things that I've done with it are start it up and pair my phone and my helmet to the bike, which is just insane, like as is. Like the number of features that this thing has for a race bike is just ridiculous. But I got a 6-hour drive, so it's gonna be quite the first ride. Let's get to it. You guys have no idea like my level of anxiousness right now. Look at this freaking dash. So the first time I saw one of these was on the Ducati 1299 Anniversario edition that 5UP let me ride a couple years ago, and that was an awesome screen, and the new R1 has an awesome screen as well, but I think this might be my favorite of all of the large digital displays. God, man, like I don't even know, I don't think my body is ready for this. Like I said, I already paired my helmet and my phone to this, and it shows both of them down here, so you can see a little helmet and a phone along with battery life and cell coverage, and then it should be able to do navigation. Start BMW app. I guess I have to do an app for that. I just pulled over. I went like a quarter of a mile down the road. I realized I hadn't restarted my GoPro after turning it off because I was trying to figure out the navigation. I gave up. 4 miles on this road. Okay, I gotta pay attention because all my directions are just in my ear. I can't see anything. I guess there's an app that you download and then you can do navigation with the app, but I don't know if you can like sync it with like use your normal maps like Google Maps or Waze or whatever you want. Didn't want to deal with it. I wanted to get on the road, so I want to get a few pulls on this. I don't want to just like cruise along at nothing while this motor's, you know, fresh. God, it feels so nice. Oh man, it's so smooth. So it's got quick shifter up, and man, I apologize if I don't sound excited right now. I am so just like overwhelmed with emotion right now. I'm terrified, I'm ecstatic, I am thankful, I'm just all of the words. This has been a dream bike of mine for years. I didn't start riding motorcycles because I was a huge like fan of motorcycles growing up. I was a car guy when I was a kid. I got my first motorcycle just so I could park downtown for free, and it went from doing something that was functional to being something that I just was in love with doing. A couple years later, when I got married and we went on our honeymoon, we went to the BMW museum in Germany. I saw my first HP4 in person. From that day, I knew one day I needed to own one. Of course, the HP4 is a little bit different. The HP4 being just the race version of the s1000 RR, and then with the new version, the new generation, it's now the M Sport, and that's what this is. This is the s1000 RR. Man, are my words even working right now? This is the M model. I can't even, oh, it's just insane. All right, I think I'm gonna have, my navigation keeps cutting out. Okay, that's cool. I loved it with the Panigale, and I love it on this. I'm gonna pull over there real quick and just set up this navigation. Let's let you cool off here. All right, screw that. I tried. I could not figure that out. It's no wonder that the app has like 3-star ratings. Also, apparently you have to pay for it after 14 days. And it wanted me to download like 11 gigabytes in maps. So I'm just gonna hope that I can find my way home. Oh, listen to that. That is nice. It's very different from how the downshifts felt on the Panigale. Very different. Man, this triple tree is like the most beautiful triple tree I've ever seen. This thing is so meticulous, every inch of this thing, that I almost don't want to do anything to it. Of course we will. It's insane how nice this thing is, just as is. So I'm riding in rain mode right now. That is the lowest performing mode. Just because I want to get used to this thing. But we'll turn this dial up a bit. I'm addicted to that, man. I'm addicted to that downshifting. I don't even know what to say. Like, this feels so good. I'm blown away. Even the most basic maneuvers on this thing, I'm just like, careful. Also, Louisiana, not to hate on you guys, but the roads here are literally the worst roads I've ever ridden on in my life. Once we get out of the city, we can get our daily 100, inaugural daily 100 in on the S1000. Everything about this bike is the most of any bike that I've owned. Gonna modulate this RPM range a little bit. I don't want it to settle in anywhere. Honestly, now that I'm moving, the seat isn't terrible. I haven't been riding for very long, but it's not that bad. I know that's gonna change after I've been riding for an hour with 5 hours to go. I don't want to go too ham. Was that 100? I wasn't paying attention. I don't want to go too ham here on these roads, because again, they're so bad. Unfortunately, it doesn't take too long to get out of Louisiana. There we go, a nicer blacktop. All right, let's try this screen. We got a traction control meter, brake, the tack a little bit bigger, lean angles. I think we can go over. We can do lap times. Go over again. Oh, I like that view. That looks cool. Flat, brake, lean, really cool gauge, like a tack meter. All right, I'm comfortable enough on this. Let's do I have to be stopped to change the mode? Nope, I don't. Okay, this is road. So we got rain, road, dynamic, and race. Let's go to road. Oh my gosh, I love how this feels. I'm not even in race mode yet. Working our way up. Welcome to Texas. Yay! Home of the highways that aren't absolutely terrible. Oh, wonderful. Wunderbar. I should speak German all the time now that I'm on a BMW, right? God, this color. I just looked down and bam! There it is. All right, let's drop a couple gears. Stretch out this RPM range. Very nice. Gas stop. I've gone about 60, 70, 80 miles. Just gonna say, my butt is killing me. This seat is no joke. I take everything back. 4 hours and 15 minutes to go. Not making too bad a time because I'm freaking booking it at like 100 the whole time. You didn't hear that from me. That didn't happen. This key is like one of the nicest feeling ignition turns that I've ever felt. Such a little thing, but it's just so nice. It's all in the details, folks. My butt is a little bit rejuvenated. Got a little blood flowing through. 100 miles has been hit. We're at 101 right now. First 100 miles were great. I love those downshifts. It's so freaking smooth. It just feels so nice. Alright guys, I'm about to show you my absolute favorite feature on this motorcycle. Hands down. Probably my favorite feature on any motorcycle I've ever ridden. Alright, blinker on. Y'all see it go to the right. Switch lanes. Off. I didn't do anything. Let's try it again. Left. Hands off. And off. Not even touching the handlebars. Is that not amazing? Oh my god, no more blinker horn. I don't even know how it does it. I guess it just like, it senses the lean on the bike and how that typically acts when someone changes the lane. Because the weird thing is, if I try to make it do it, like if I do a really like violent lane change, it doesn't turn off. But if I'm just gradual, like I'm riding normally, like here, this is normal, just casual, off. I don't get it. But then if I do this, where I'm like, okay, right, okay, I did it that time too. Isn't that awesome? All right, another favorite feature on this bike, cruise control. Cruise control on a Super Sport, which is amazing because if you're ever doing long distance on a Super Sport, you know that your back, your arms, your wrists, they get tired because you're in more of an attack position than on a touring bike, which all have cruise control. So you got a cruise control stick right here. You just slide this over, light comes on, and it has a little toggle. Press it forward to set it, and then you can do it back to drop down or decrease speed, and then forwards to increase speed. It does it by ½ mile per hour each press. See? And I know they make like aftermarket little clips and stuff that you can put on it to set it, but honestly I've tried them and I just don't feel comfortable with them. They do not feel reliable enough for me. I always feel like it's just gonna mess something up or get stuck or something like that. This thing actually has built-in cruise control and it's amazing. It hits that limit so freaking fast. It comes factory with a 9,000 RPM rev limit until you do the first service without hesitation and just like without fanfare. Like it's so nice. Last leg of the trip. The heat is no joke right now. It's so hot. My butt is killing me. I knew when I got this bike that would be the case. I knew that it had a really hard seat. The base model comes with a more comfortable seat and the M model comes with this really hard seat. So I might get a different seat. I'm sure there's going to be some aftermarket companies that make different ones. That thing is like sitting on a countertop made of marble. But I wanted to talk about one last thing, and that is the comparison to my R6 and my R1. I sold my R1, oh man, a couple years ago, a little while after buying my R6. The craziest thing is that the weight on this bike and the size and how it feels is so much closer to my R6 than my 2009 R1. That was one of my biggest annoyances with my R1, and that was how wide and heavy it felt. I love the power on that thing, seriously did, but it was work to go ride just because of the weight and the size. This thing, none of that. It's so light, it feels much smaller. And honestly, between this and the R6, I like the feel of this more. Because on my R6, I feel a little bit like a gorilla on it. Like, I feel like I'm a monkey riding a tiny bicycle. Like, it fits me fine. It's no real issue with actual riding, but I do feel big on it just because I'm a big guy. I'm over 200 pounds, 6'2", really long legs, so I feel a little bit scrunched. Not terribly so. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. But this feels perfect. This feels like it was made for someone my size. I love how perfect this feels for me. It just allows me to, you know, be one with the bike a lot more than I could on either my R6 or my old R1. You know, BMW really pulled out all the stops on this thing. I'm thoroughly impressed. That's my closing thought for my first ride on my 2020 BMW S1000 RRM. It's been a long, exhausting ride and my butt hurts, but I seriously love this thing. I could not be happier with deciding to purchase this thing. I hope you guys are super excited to see all the videos on this on the channel. There will be a whole lot more riding this. Playlist link will be down in the description. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you guys get notified of all the videos that come out. Y'all have been awesome. I've been Motonosity. This has been the 2020 S1000 first ride. Remember, life's better with horsepower. Keep life lived. And I will see you guys in the next video.